Hello guys, welcome back to Gospel News, where they bring on an update on daily basis and back to back. If you never follow us on our social media handles, what are you waiting for? We did for Instagram, Twitter, and on Facebook. Let's quickly go straight to the reason why we are here. They say that the Biafra Prime Minister, what they call Simon Ekpa, say don't finally write to the United States of American government. Don't tell them as they think till they go. Say may they give temporary, speak on designation of temporary protected status to Nigerians in U.S. makes demands. They say don't write to the United States government. Say, these are the things they are supposed to do and the things they are not supposed to do. Very quickly. And as we come out there, we go give on a full details on waiting talk. We can't go on Chibike Amechi, Birotimi Amechi, former transport minister from Rivers State. They say that court has ordered his immediate arrest because they don't give him bail warrant. Like say they don't invite him since. May come answer some matters concerning maybe looting. Today no go. Now Nigeria is about to happen to him. Now go arrest Chibike Amechi. They don't shishi what did they call him? Rochas Okorocha, that one. They don't shishi another person. In fact, all these people where they come from Southeast, all of them too. And so they want to arrest them. They arrest them. Anywhere where they see them, they declare them. What is it? Serve the zoo and end up in shame. And this man don't tell us, say what did they happen to them for the northern region, or say na their hand. They take the cause them. How northern region imposed educational backwardness on itself. Nigerian Education Minister Adamu lament. Now him be education minister for the whole country. And still they comment, they complain, say their own people. Now then they put educational backwardness on themselves. And they say that our papa don't complain. Say don't cause all the people will be say they removing cap. I say, if to say na so cause they work today. I just tire for you. If to say na so cause they work, our politicians for don't die finish because the kind cost within they receive on daily basis. Don't be waiting mouth, go talk. So let's go into details. No time to waste. Ekpa speaks on designation of temporary protected status to Nigerians in U.S. makes demand. The popular Biafra agitator and separatist Simon Ekpa has reacted to the call by the United States Congress members to designate temporary protected status to Nigerians over raging insecurity in Nigeria. I said that's a good one. In a statement on Thursday, the self-styled Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile, BROGIE, disclosed that the insecurity faced by the Igbos in Nigeria is enough reason to designate TPS to temporary protected status to Nigerians in the United States. In a letter dated May 9, 2023, signed by 23 members of the U.S. Congress and addressed to the Secretary of U.S. Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas requested for the protection of Nigerian nationals currently in the United States by designating Nigeria for temporary protected status. In perspective, TPS is an immigration law which allows migrants from countries with unsafe conditions to reside and work legally in the United States. On this backdrop, Ekpa stated that Igbos are unsafe in Nigeria and noted that the U.S. decision to designate Nigerians TPS is a welcome development. He noted that the situation further justifies the demand for a peaceful referendum by Biafrans. The Finland-based lawyer appealed to the U.S. that the U.S. should consider its request for a peaceful referendum of the Igbo nation from Nigeria. Earlier, BRGIE wrote a letter to the US, EU, UK, and the International Criminal Court appealing for a peaceful exit from the failed country, Nigeria. According to him, we wish to inform the United States government through the US Congress that the indigenous people of Biafra, old eastern region of Nigeria, have been living under the existential threat of destruction in Nigeria since 1966, and living conditions have recently worsened. Hence, the Biafra people want the United States government to designate temporary protected service, protected status to Nigerians because of the indigenous people of Biafra's resolve to exit Nigeria through a peaceful and bloodless referendum. The Nigerian government is hunting down indigenous people of Biafra all over Nigeria. Any indigenous person of Biafra coming into Nigeria from abroad will be profiled, picked up from the airport, harassed, intimidated, put into captivity in any dungeon chosen by terrorists in government uniforms, and extrajudicially killed for no reason known to any civil law. We appeal to the United States government to hasten the designation of Nigeria has to have a temporary protected status to enable dynamic law-abiding people of Biafra remain wherever they are present, because any attempting to return to Nigeria will amount to coming into harm's way or death. Biafrans occupy the territories of the southeastern region of Nigeria, estimated at over 75 million people, some living in Nigeria and others dispersed worldwide, with many in America contributing to America's prosperity. Biafra existed as an independent nation from 1966 to 1970, when Nigeria and its allies fought and annexed Biafra into Nigeria in 1970. The same thing that Russia wants to do in Ukraine, but it is this same America and their allies that is fighting tooth and nail, giving weapons worth billions of dollars to Ukraine to make sure that Russia does not succeed in doing what the Nigerian government and their allies did to Biafra in 1966 to 1970. The Biafra Republic government in exile of the indigenous people of Biafra is established to undertake the political and administrative governance of the nation of Biafra from outside Biafran territory. The Biafra Republic government in exile undertakes diplomatic and foreign relationships, arrangement and agreement, negotiations and pact with other countries and interest organizations of the world on behalf of the Biafran people. They are to be accorded all diplomatic privileges as due to any government official of their respective level. Though their government in exile, Biafrans are requesting support from the United States of America and its citizens to assist Biafrans' peaceful exit from Nigeria. After the Nigeria-Biafra War in 1970, which was necessitated by social injustice and tribal rivalry, the federal government of Nigeria implemented an unwritten policy to keep Biafran land underdeveloped and its people poor. The federal government of Nigeria shut down seaports in Biafra land before 1960. There are no functional seaports, no functional international airport, no electricity, no running water, and no good roads in Biafra land, making it difficult, if not impossible, for the indigenous people of Biafra to stay in their ancestral homeland to do any meaningful or profitable business. It has led to the migration of Biafrans from rural to urban areas in Nigeria, including other cities worldwide. We wish to remind you that Frederick Lugard's amalgamation of the southern and northern protectorate of what is today's Nigeria, which was established in 1914, was to last for 100 years, and the 100 years has come to expiration. We wish to remind you also that the amalgamation agreement that merged Nigeria into one country for the sole interest of the British criminal crown, without any consideration for the welfare and development of the indigenous people, the amalgamation agreement of 1914 stated that after 100 years, any tribe, group, or region that did not want to continue in the Union would be free to exit the Union called Nigeria. The year 2023 makes the amalgamation agreement 109 years So by implication, the amalgamation agreement has expired. The amalgamation agreement is binding and Nigeria should and must be renegotiated and freedom granted to groups that wish to exit the Nigerian Union, especially Biafrans. Nigeria comprises several nations, states, districts, and parallel with dangerous diversity. There is no similarity or commonality between the people of the South and the North Protectorate. Hence, the amalgamation is very selfishly and wickedly conceived and implemented. That is what these British people who came to Africa criminally came and did, and they left. Joined criminals with normal people, joined terrorists with normal people. That is why we see Fulanis roaming up and down and killing innocent people all over the country today. This explains why it was hurriedly signed into law without consultation with the indigenous people. Since the British imposed the amalgamation, there has been a constant rift between the tribes. Each tribe is suspicious of the other tribes, and each fight to dominate tribes, and these have remained cantankerous and pugnacious. Biafrans are being killed recklessly in Nigeria today like no other time in Nigeria's history. He said that the Biafran people have a credible fear of death. In 2016, more than 160 Biafran youth were shot down in cold blood at Tongwa High School, Aba. The army declared Operation Python Dance 1 and 2 and went to the home of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, and killed over 50 Biafrans youth there, and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu escaped assassination by the help of whiskers. The army went to Ilzonwane in Enugu State and massacred over 100 Biafran youth, repeating the same at Ehamufu, Izombe, and Aguleri, just before recently concluded general elections in Nigeria. About 40 people were shot dead in cold blood in Aba, Abia State, when some unarmed youth marched to the street to demand the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who the Nigerian government is holding captive, even when the courts have discharged and acquitted him of all charges. The soldiers also wounded hundreds of other innocent people. On January 1st, 2023, the military laid a siege on the Okigwe in Imo State and burnt down the town totally and completely. After the presidential election of February 2023, they said that the military and the political thugs burnt down the businesses of Biafrans and for no justifiable reasons in Lagos, Maiduguri, Abuja, Kano, Kaduna, and other places, to mention few. The designation of Nigeria as having temporary protected status is a welcome development, and we equally request the U.S. government to use its influence and leverage to push for a renegotiation of Nigerian peaceful referendum for the indigenous people of Biafra to exit Nigeria, putting an end to decade-old hostilities before it degenerates into another civil war, which could have been averted. He also appreciated them by saying, "Thank you all for your listening ears." Now, waiting this our brother will be the Biafra Prime Minister, where they call Simon Ekpa. Now, the paper when he write, go give the U.S. government with that. So I hope that Joe Biden was there to listen. Quickly, as we proceed to give you more update, let me play you the video where Apapa was crying foul. The P2B supporters would have killed him in court that day that they chased and booed him out.
Answer that quickly. Well, the first question of allegation of corruption, bribe taking, it is not true. And I've told them separately, if you have an evidence to prove, bring your evidence.
Okay.
That I have collected money or we have collected money from anybody. That is not, it's absolutely untrue. That's that.
The second one, obviously, Peter will be taking side with
Peter will be taking side. You see, I don't want to keep on exposing, but he deserves to be exposed. He deserves to be exposed.
Oh, yeah, expose him
some
now.
time ago, in one of the interviews he granted, he said he does not know me at all. I want to tell the whole world, is a liar. And let me tell you why I say he's a liar. I've been trying to cover him, but he does not deserve it. The reasons are this. One, this is a man done his primary in Asaba. I did the opening prayer. And I was not a young officer. I was the deputy national chairman of the party then. So not a junior officer. This party, I've been 21 years in this party. When this party was formed, I started with the party, and I've held a lot of positions in the party to the level I have today. So that is not true at all, at all, at all. I've never taken cover from anybody, and anybody who is courageous enough to say this is evidence against you, I'll be happy to see such a person. It is not true at all. What's in there in the other cap? My cap is here, you can see it. It's not burned. And the boy who removed my cap, he will suffer it in his life. I saw him. No, listen. I saw him. He's a young chap. Okay. He will never grow old.
Who says so? Loriro.
He deserves it. You know why he deserves it? You know why? Listen. I didn't use cutlass on him. Did he not deserve it? He deserves to be cursed.
To answer more light on this question of allegation of 500, I think the people, you see, we're in this party, we know what happened. But we've been holding our peace, we don't want to talk. The people who are alleging that this faction is from APC, who make sure they cut through the chances of 2023 elections, they are surrounding him. We know them. But time will come that we'll start calling their name with facts and evidences. Facts and evidences. Not they are the ones just because they are very good in media, but time will come that we will start speaking because we deliver Obi without 1 naira. Okay, listen.
There's one thing I have not explained. When I was referring to when he denied me, after doing the opening prayer at Asaba, his first campaign started in Benin. I was in Benin with him. And we used his aircraft from Benin back to Abuja, charter plane. Not only that, when he came to Ekiti, Febabara University, I led the team that hosted him in that campus. We were there for over 2 hours. I led the team to the palace of Eweadu Ekiti, and he doesn't know me. He's a liar. From there again, we moved from there to Ondo State. I was there. I led the team. The same thing to Oshogbo. I was there. I led the team. I've been saying that he's being forgetful, but this time around, he's a liar.
All right, guys. Nadia, we end this Papa matter. You don't read for Papa. He say don't cause the boy we removing cap. Say you no go better for us. Say you no go grow old. I say now today we don't they cause criminal politicians. So if you say we don't loot our money finish. I they cause young man. I beg Muna stop amo. Anybody where we say removing cap, you go still grow old. Muna no mind amo because no be ona do am. You don't recover cap, you still the verse. Today now they say the court when he go say na back he sit down, he respected himself because he no one wahala because they be one pressing neck that yesterday. Anyways, that's all for now, guys. Please stay tuned. We'll bring you the other two information because time fast spent on this one. Thank you.